Since I started this channel, I've been telling people for, well, now 4 years, don't buy a non-electric car, or at least do not buy a car that's not a plug-in hybrid or a fully electric car, because otherwise what's happened in Norway will happen to you. When I say what's happened in Norway, what I'm saying is, well, last month, electric car sales hit 98%. That doesn't include, there's no plug-in hybrids there. That's just fully electric cars, 98%. Imagine the resale value of cars that are not electric. If 98% of the public only want electric cars, who's going to buy all these secondhand petrol, gasoline powered cars? The resale value is tanking. Interestingly, there's a whole lot of new models coming to the market, and manufacturers like Toyota, for example, are really going after that market. What this means is that Norway is getting more choice than other countries. So basically, if you choose to buy electric cars, manufacturers say, well, here you go, here's another model. Toyota's new CHR Plus, real mouthful of a weird name, CHR Plus, electric SUV has arrived in Norway. It's got more than 370 miles of range. And guys, I've been obviously very critical on Toyota, I think fairly, but this new electric vehicle from Toyota, which is sort of a similar size, very similar size to a BYD Atto 3 or a Geely EX5, it's actually a pretty good car. The interior is a bit nasty, but the car itself, I'm surprised at just how good it actually is. By the way, this is a global electric car. Toyota say this is going to be sold in many markets all around the world. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. The CHR is, well, there is a hybrid version of this vehicle. There's also a non-hybrid version, I believe an ICE-only version, and this is the electric version. So Toyota have given this vehicle, well, the electric version is bigger than the non-electric version, which is kind of weird. So the actual size, I will learn, is very similar to a BYD Atto 3. It's about 4.5 meters long, 4,520 millimeters. And it's 1,870 millimeters wide. Yeah, like I said, very similar in size to a BYD Atto 3. Gives you a good idea of the actual dimensions. Now, this means it's got a fair bit of space, right? Behind the rear seats, there is 15 cubic feet of cargo room, which is 416 liters. Actually, that's not that good. It's okay. Anyway, that is a fair bit more space than the hybrid model. So you can see the design. I think it looks pretty good. The design on the outside, it's not great, but not bad, not too bad at all. So this vehicle has just gone on sale in Norway, and I think other markets will follow within the next few months. Considering that, is it actually good? Should you consider buying one? Well, I guess that really does depend on the price. It does seem like a decent vehicle. I personally wouldn't buy one, but I'm sure there's definitely going to be a market out there. So let's have a look at what the actual details are. Okay, front wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And actually, this is Toyota's first proper fast electric car. The all-wheel drive version is very fast. So there's three different versions. There's the front-wheel drive, there's front-wheel drive long range, and there's all-wheel drive. Okay, battery pack size in the front-wheel drive standard range is 57.7 kilowatt hours. Front-wheel drive long range is 77 kilowatt hours, and the all-wheel drive is 77 kilowatt hours. They're all NMC batteries. So a lot of confusion out there, guys, with NMC batteries, nickel, manganese, cobalt battery. It's not a, people say they think that it's not lithium. It's a lithium battery, guys. It's just a different version of a lithium battery. I know most of you know this, but I'm seeing a lot of comments out there, people saying, oh, it's not a lithium battery, it's an NMC. So guys, that's completely false. It's a lithium battery that uses the chemistries inside it, that includes lithium, and it has nickel, manganese, and cobalt in the battery. It's a very, very common type of battery. Front-wheel drive standard range gets 455 kilometers of range. So probably about 200, and I'm going to guess it's going to come in with about 280 miles of EPA range. The front-wheel drive long range has 600 kilometers of range. So probably about 400 miles EPA. And then the all-wheel drive has 525 kilometers of range. You can see, adding that extra motor, range goes down by 75 kilometers, plus it gets bigger wheels. So bigger wheels and another motor, range reduces by quite a lot, by about 20%. Range reduces by quite a lot, by about 10%. So yeah, pretty big difference. Big difference in performance too. The front wheel drive standard range has what I would say is probably a bit underpowered. It's got 123 kilowatts, about 150 horsepower. The front wheel drive long range has 165 kilowatt. That's 221 horsepower. And the all-wheel drive has 252 kilowatt, which is 337 horsepower. To be honest, for an electric car, it's not really overly powerful, but it's not a big car. So that means actually it's pretty fast. The actual performance times are 8.6 seconds for the front wheel drive standard range. That's actually not fast at all. It's quite slow for an EV. The front wheel drive long range is 7.4 seconds. That's not bad. And the all-wheel drive 5.2 seconds. This is a proper, that's a proper performance vehicle, 5.2 seconds. I mean, to be honest, guys, driving some really fast electric cars, if they don't have the right suspension and handling, they can be a little scary because they're quite fast, but they're not really built for it. I can't say about this car whether or not it's built for it because obviously I haven't tested it. So what about DC charging speed? Charging speed is 150 kilowatt. It's okay. To be honest, I'd say it's not really competitive based on some of the new cars we're seeing coming out these days. AC, though, it comes standard with 11 kilowatt AC charging, and you can upgrade that, pay a bit more to get 22 kilowatt AC charging, which is pretty good. The CHR Plus also has battery preconditioning, which can be operated manually or automatically, and an energy-saving heat pump, which should be standard in all electric cars. A lot of cars have them now. That's for the air conditioning and heated seats, steering wheel, and the windscreen. So the heat pump will help you improve efficiency. Toyota has said the CHR Plus will have rewarding dynamic performance and fun to drive character, and says the use of an EV platform means it has greater body rigidity and a lower center of gravity than the regular CHR. In other words, basically, Toyota is saying that the EV version of this vehicle has better handling, more sporty handling because of its lower center of gravity than the internal combustion version, which is the exact opposite of what Toyota's CEO and president, now president of the company, said. He said that basically electric cars have no soul. The handling is wooden. It's not very good. But Toyota's marketing team is saying, no, don't listen to the CEO. Don't listen to the president. That's a load of baloney. Actually, it's going to have rewarding dynamic performance and a fun to drive character. And I can tell you right now, I don't agree with all these comments people keep saying, even EV fans saying, oh, EVs have no soul. They're not, the performance is just straight line. It can't go around a corner. That's not accurate. It's completely inaccurate, in fact, in the case of many different models on the market. So, as you can see, it has a very rakish roofline, and that really helps with aerodynamics, helps the car to improve its efficiency. For me, guys, I realize some people like the look of some these Toyota cars, and I really don't like these screens that Toyota uses, these kind of cheap looking screens. They look like they're from AliExpress or Alibaba or eBay or something. Anyway, with all the buttons on them, and they really don't. I know some people like buttons, and I know older people can quite like that kind of thing. But yeah, in this case, I think that screen, I couldn't live with that. I think it's just so ugly. But yeah, anyway, some people think that they're good, so that's fine. Everyone's got their own personal choice. Toyota says there will be a suite of active safety and driver assistance features. While it hasn't published a full list, it's going to come with blind spot monitoring and Toyota's parking support brake. SatNav is meant to be great, Toyota says. A surround view camera is available in high spec models. I believe Toyota should have surround view cameras as standard on all models. I don't understand why that should be an option. Anyhow, the Toyota app is said to allow you to remotely monitor aspects of the car, such as the charging status and remaining range. So that's nice. If you buy a Toyota internal combustion car, you won't get those sorts of app features. Apparently, Toyota is very concerned about their name nomenclature of their cars. They realize it's confusing, and that's why this is not called a BZ. We have a number of models. If you start multiplying by technology, by segment, the nameplates tend to proliferate too much. We wanted to rationalize this. I don't know what any of that means. But anyway, guys, this is not a bad car. And yeah, people in Norway are going to get access to this car. Toyota sales, EV sales in Norway are actually pretty good. But keep in mind, Toyota says electric car sales will never, ever, ever go beyond 30% worldwide. Here's the one little problem with that. Assuming China is on their way to being 100% electric, which they very clearly are, well, the Chinese car market is more than 33% of the global car market. That right there makes Toyota look a bit A little bit silly.